Now, where do you actually get the content for your videos? So first of all, I would really recommend you, for the most part, use content that you have full control over. And even though there is fair use on YouTube, I'm not a huge advocate of fair use. I know that people do make money with fair use, but I just prefer not to get involved with it. And so what I do prefer to use is, first of all, my own screen recordings, obviously, because nobody can copyright it. My own camera footage, obviously. And then, then just I prefer to use AI footage and stock footage providers, websites, and of course other kinds of footage that I just know I have legal rights to use. But and you can still use fair use. I do sometimes use, let's say, bits of videos of other people on my channel, but just know that you're running a risk of someone issuing a copyright strike against you if they choose to, right? So it's kind of like gambling. It's kind of like creating a video that can potentially receive a copyright strike, like kind of for no reason, out of nowhere. So I just kind of rather avoid it. And again, every single piece of content that goes into CapCut timeline when my video is created, I know that I have full control over. Okay, that's just, I have to say it. Like, I cannot stress this enough. All the time I see people getting copyright claims and they're like confused, surprised. I'm like, what? I told you. Anyway, so the first way to get actual footage is to generate B-roll with AI. And I've shown this technique multiple times on my channel. If you want to know, like, immediately the video you could look at. In fact, that's where I got this prompt from. So when you have time, you can navigate to this video right here. But basically, the way it works is you go to ChatGPT and then you tell ChatGPT that you're gonna play a game, and ChatGPT is a prompt generator. Then it's kind of customizable from here, but what I like to do is I tell it to generate 4 prompts for each paragraph, and given that an average a paragraph, by the way, after you implement the tips from my previous lesson of like putting the text through the punctuation adjustment, where AI filters your text so that, for the best possible voiceover outcome, if that's the case, your text is automatically going to be sorted in these paragraphs that are like 3-4 sentences long. And so if that's the ideal case scenario, then it makes sense, because like one sentence, one image, it looks the right way. Okay, so, and then you kind of just fill out these blanks depending on what you want to see. So overall vibe of the video should be kept in related theme, like, maybe mysterious related theme or like happy related theme. Just set the tone, and then I should have a related feel across the whole video. So yeah, you can use whatever adjectives, honestly, whatever you're looking for. Maybe you can replace these with like style reference. So for example, if you want to see like New York in your video, right? So you can say should remind of New York, or should literally be like everything should be happening in New York City. You could write something like this. Okay, so then I want, let's say, black and blue colors to be dominant across the whole video, or I want the whole video, all the prompts to be done in dark settings, something like this, or bright settings, whatever. It's fully customizable. Use your creativity, and that's more or less what I'm going to be doing moving forward in the future training that's going to be at the end of this course. So yeah, and it's a very much modern approach. Obviously, it's not the ideal prompt. It could be customized, and it will be, but it's kind of like the backbone of this kind of a idea slash concept. But of course, there is free stock footage websites, right? That is time consuming. That is tedious. Like, that's still not the fastest way to go about it. If you're really looking for the fastest way to go about it, you just hire someone and then get them to just get videos from stock footage websites. That's like one of the oldest ways to go about YouTube. But at the same time, it's a very boring way to go about YouTube. Like, everybody can do this, but not everybody knows how to use ChatGPT and like create these AI generated B-rolls. So I would recommend to use this route in your videos. But again, feel free to click each one of these. Obviously, is a link. So click through, analyze, get familiar with it. All these are free, so these ones are paid, not affiliated. And if you're looking to get some music, feel free to use Epidemic Sound. Honestly, every single bit of audio and like music that you ever heard in my videos, I always get from Epidemic Sound. To me, it's just a no-brainer. I always like, music is just, like, if you're gonna be using music from all over the place, you might get a copyright claim sooner than later. With Epidemic Sound, it's just not the case. They own all the music they actually possess, and they possess some amazing music. They have a gigantic library, so Honestly, like I was never in a situation where I could not find this song on Epidemic Sound. Like, it's just not possible. So the link is here. Get a custom, click through every single website.